Okay, everybody, welcome back, my friends. We're all baffled with fingers crossed about that poor lady up in Lancashire. I saw on the news today they had a grown-up there who was a diver. He was an expert, and he's talking about a sonar that looks sideways. It's a 3D sonar that I've got on board the ship. It's fantastic, and that will find a toenail clipping at the bottom of that river. So let them have a look, and it's good to see that some people who actually who are experts at this. It was okay, and I know I had a bit of a go at that chief superintendent woman, but everyone up there is doing their hardest to do it. And I do keep noticing now that all these theories keep coming up, and you can't help people, you can't blame people for putting their ideas forward on Facebook and God knows what, although no matter how hurtful some of these things can be, because it is intriguing people. And we all love courtroom dramas, and we all like the mysteries we see on television. Apart from that Vera, did anyone see that Vera? Good luck to you, team up there, by the way, in Lancashire. Did anyone watch Vera? Okay, it's written by a woman, produced by a woman, directed by a woman, and starring some sort of woman of a certain age, a post-menopausal person in a floppy hat, up there in the north somewhere, where the average populace is 93% white, but that doesn't reflect in the program at all. I've been watching another thing on the television called Vikings Valhalla, and they've got black female Vikings fighting. Anyway, let's move on. Talking of grown-ups, here's what happened to me today. Right, so I have a Hyundai car. In fact, I've got 3 of them. Well, I haven't. The company's got them for the staff, etc. And they're great little cars. You can they pull you out the way if there's something in the way. They stop, start, whatever. I found a button on it that allows the car to not go any faster than the speed limit. I mean, this is an absolute godsend, isn't it? So you press the button there, and it says 30, you match that up, and when you get to a 40, it won't let you go any faster than 40, etc., etc. So every time you go past the camera, blame the car. Say, don't call me. Who did this? It was South Korean computer that did it. And I've seen the advert for Hyundai, and now it says, this is sponsored by Hyundai. Who the Hyundai? And they say, oh, the people in Korea want you to be able to pronounce Hyundai the way they pronounce it. Well, okay, you say squirrel, and we'll say Hyundai. I mean, that's very Hyundai. Great, okay. What am I going to talk about now? So what happened is I took my car in to be serviced. I won't tell you where. And I pulled in, and a lot of young girls, nails and things. And so I empty chair, and I sat down. I've got to give the keys in for the service. And this woman spoke to me in a Eastern European accent. I'm being fascinated with all accent things like that, and trying to learn to speak Russian. I said, lovely accent, where are you from? What's that got to do with you? What's that got to do with anything? Why are you asking me that? I said, I've just making, well, it's got nothing to do with anything. Oh, Jesus. So I got up and walked away, and I turned around and I sat down. I thought, I'll moan at the first person that I come to. And I sat down opposite a man in a turban, a Sikh. He was a nice guy, I thought. I did think, I was sitting there, and I said, you never guess what happened? He said, oh, some people can be so touchy, can't they? And I thought, oh God, are you going to be touchy as well? It ended up, this man sold me a car I didn't want. So I've got 2 millennials, one from another country who was not happy because I asked her, where are you from? Where are you really, really from? I'm just trying to make conversation. And another guy that I just went down to sit and moan about how unhappy I was with millennials, and he was one himself, and he sold me a car I didn't really want. So God bless the Sikhs. Okay, talking of things we don't really want, let's have a look at the cabinet reshuffle. So Rishi has now decided that he's going to reshuffle the cabinet. And who has he made chairman? Greg Hands. Now, let me tell you about Greg Hands. Greg Hands can speak German, Czechoslovakian, and all those things like that. He has a German wife. He was raised in McDonald's in Germany, and his children are bilingual, who broke their hearts crying when Brexit happened. He was a big, big supporter of the remaining campaign and thought that Liz Truss was just wonderful, could do no wrong. This is the chairman of the Conservative Party now. Have they gone mad? I mean, what? Okay, a good posting is Kemi Badenoch. I'll probably pronounce their name wrong as well. What's that got to do with it? Don't ask. Kemi, I think, is fantastic. And she's gone out into some form of trade department. And Grant Shnaps, who's been moved around more like on a chessboard. I don't know what he's going to do now. Old Pete Schnaps. But that's what we've got now. So this, to me, is like changing deck chairs on the Titanic. This, to me, Prime Minister and new so Gruppenführer of the Conservative Party, bitte in Deutsch, yeah? Here is what I believe. Let's say your team is losing 10-0 at half-time. You're going to make some substitutions. So why send the nobodies on to play? Why not send your big stars on? We all know who they are. Why aren't the bigger stars being used? Is this some little political game that's being played? And we are the suffering audience? Dear, 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 dear. I'm going up to London tonight, so I'll stick my head in the old Conservative Club and try and find out what's going on. But there you go. This is just falling into Barney Rubble's hands, isn't it? And I can't wait to see the smug look on that ginger bird's face as she sits there at the next Prime Minister's question times. In fact, we've just missed it, so there you go. Right, folks. Let's go to Ustream.
Ustream, the exciting, funny, snowflake-melting, unwoke TV station, has news for you. You can now sign up to our brand new platform and get your first month for £1, or sign for a year and get 2 months completely free. Yeah, laugh like you used to. You won't see these guys on your normal TV. Don't you worry about that. Chubby Brown, Jethro, Freddie Starr, Mike Osmond, Bobby Davro, Mick Miller. Need I say more? Oh, and of course my favourite, Jim Davidson. Plus, 3 live shows a week and scheduled shows. This is marvellous. Become a member now. Go to ustream.com. Sign up, select your package and laugh like you used to. See us on Roku and in the coming days on all TVs via our brand new app. So sign up now before the rush. Watch Ustream. You will love it. And your knickers will dry out later.
They filth.